Hey there, Bloomers and friends. Rev Kev coming to you from the Bloom office. How could you guess? It's good to be with you again this week. I am excited about the fact that I'm starting to get indications from people from all across the country about how they're making plans to return back to Palm Springs. Some people are coming even a little sooner because they hear that the weather is a little bit cooler this year. So I'm very excited about that. So it occurred to me, based upon the experiences of the last couple of weeks, that I'd like to ask a favor of anyone who is a snowbird or out traveling, wherever you are, to feel free to, when you go to church on Sunday, hint, hint, that you would pick up a bulletin, pick up a newsletter, and bring them back for us, and let's have them available for people to look at if they want to here at the office. But I'll be honest and say I certainly am interested to always see what other people are doing and to see the kinds of worship experiences that we have when we are away. I can tell you that when I was at school up in San Francisco, I went to 3 different churches among the 4 Sundays I was gone. One of the Sundays I was driving, so I went to church on the I-5. But the 3 different churches I went to were Grace Cathedral and St. Gregory of Nyssa, both Episcopalian churches and both very different from one another. And then I went to the Community Congregational Church in Tiburon, which was, again, a completely different experience from the other 2. If anybody ever wants to talk about the basic differences of those, I'm happy to sit down and talk with you about them. But I also know that, just recently, Russ Bertlow was up in Sacramento visiting his son, and he brought back with him the bulletin from Pioneer Congregational United Church of Christ that he attended when he was there. It's very interesting to see. It's also interesting to see that they do some things like we do and some things not like we do, and yet it's all very similar. I was pleased to receive from Marty Johnson, when she returned from Arizona, this worship bulletin and newsletter from St. Peter's Episcopal Church, from where she was attending. And they also had a prayer request card that was kind of an idea that came around. And so, these are things that we can take under consideration and see how they might work for us in our context. But we wouldn't have that if people didn't bring them. So I'm going to say this. All right, all you snowbirds out there and everybody that's still traveling, bring some bulletins, bring some newsletters from the churches that you're at, and let's see what we get and see what we can learn from them. Hope you'll be with us on this Sunday at Bloom. It's going to be a nice one together. We've been having a wonderful time. It was great weather last Sunday. It was so fun to be able to have the welcome table outside again. We had, 65, almost 70 people in worship with 5 visitors for the very first time. These things are all very good for a vital and growing church like Bloom. And so we look forward to your being with us every Sunday, but whenever you can't, we hope you'll be with us in spirit. So do keep in touch, and remember, bring back those bulletins and newsletters. See you next time.